Today, I will show you a trade idea, a Jade Lizard trade idea on Apple stock that report earnings tomorrow, October 31st. This is why I want to take this video today. I'm going to discuss the Jade Lizard. It's a version of the Jade Lizard, but you're not going to risk the entire amount if the stock shoots up to, let's say, 200, 300, 500. It's not possible, but if it does, you're not gonna lose the entire net worth, and you will collect income if Apple moves so much in between. So let's get started. TastyTrade, this is the one that I use to sell options, to sell Jade Lizard, to sell Iron Condor, to sell naked strangles, short strangles, whatever the case. I use this. I don't use Robinhood. The Robinhood is strictly for margin on yield max. Different story. So you're gonna search Apple in here. And by the way, if you don't have Tasty Work and you wanna know how to trade all that tutorial, comment below the word TastyTrade. Okay, and I'll do some tutorials about TastyTrade. Okay, we got the price today, 231 right here, and I'm gonna use the most important indicator to me, not RSI, MACD, all that nonsense that predict or doesn't predict the future accurately. I'm using ATR, average true range. What is the average true range? This is the move, the average move that Apple stock have done in the last 14 days. We got an expected move of average move of 396. Let's call it $4. Apple moves on average $4 a day on average. Could be 1, could be 8. But on average, in the last 14 days, Apple moved $4 per day per share. So they should trade 235 to 227, give or take on average per day. How this trade is gonna make me like $150, I'm gonna show you in a second, with a lot less upside risk than usual. Okay, we're gonna take this number 396. This is the average move of Apple on the last 14 days. I'll take this number and I'm gonna multiply this by 8. Okay, by 8. Why I'm doing this? Because I don't want to buy any stocks. I just want to collect income. That's my goal. I'm going to collect income. But if I do buy in the stock, I want to make it at so much deep discount that I'll be happy to buy Apple. So 8 times the expected move in the last 14. We're going to do 8 times 396 is about 30. Okay, let's do this again. 396 times 8. $31. $31 times 231 minus this, $200. Okay, 231 the price today, minus 8 times the expected, the average expected move. Think about it. Apple needs to move 8 times to the downside for me to own shares. I'll be happy to do so. 231 minus 31, $200. What am I doing with this number, the $200? I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go to trade, okay, and in trade I'm gonna go to December. Why December? First of all, I like to trade the monthly. I'm not buying call options, I'm not doing gambling, I'm selling options for income on a margin account on TastyTrade with the goal to never own stocks. That's my goal. So for this I need more time decay. I'm not going for the next 2 weeks for November. And there's also election. There's the earnings cycle tomorrow. So I'm gonna go 50 days in the future, 51 days, December 20. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna put all the stuff in here. It's already set up. What have I done? Let me show you why Tasty Work is absolutely great platform. Price is right here. They show us that the price now is around 230. And they show us the expected move of Apple in the next 51 days is this brown line. Anywhere between 215 to 245 is where Apple is expected to trade. It doesn't mean that it will, but it's expected. The option market, the market makers are saying Apple should trade in the next 51 days between 215 and 245. Why does it matter to me? Because I went even farther. Remember, 8 times the expected move. in the next 50 days is 200. We are far away from the expected move. We're already here. If you see the dotted line, that means that we are even over 1 standard deviation, and 180 is 2 standard deviation, but the income is a lot less. So I picked the 200. Step 1, I picked the 200 put. This side is put, the left side is call, the right side is put. I clicked on here, the spread is super tight, 113, 115, and I put 1. Just 1 for the example to show you how it works. I'm selling 1 contract of Apple naked puts 200. Now I could go home and do nothing, but I want to, and this will give me 115 bucks. Okay, I want to collect more. Sure, you can just stop right here. I'm actually gonna show you how to do this. You can stop right here. If you just do the 200, you go here. Okay, I remove the trade. Now click here, and you collect 115 bucks. Great, this is your money, 115 bucks. Sell the 200 put, but I want more income with a little less risk. Look how beautiful it is. Buying power $4,000 compared to 1 contract of cash secure puts on Robinhood that will ask you to put $20,000 on the line. In here, Tastyworks wants you to put $4,000 on the line, collect the same amount, 115. That's the price of the option that you sell. If Apple goes below 200, great. You call that, this is yours no matter what. If Apple goes below 200, I'll buy it and do the wheel. But the buying power is why I love Tastyworks. The margin on Tastyworks is fantastic. The margin on Robinhood is fantastic for yield max. Different story. On Tastyworks, they don't let you have 25% margin. They want you to have 50, 60, 75, 100. It's too much. Robinhood gives you so much buying power for yield max. But for options, selling naked options, for me is much better use of my buying power compared to selling cash secured puts. It doesn't make sense to me to put $20,000 on the line today and tie it up for the next 51 days. It just doesn't make sense to make 100 bucks, 115 bucks. It just doesn't make sense. So Tastyworks understand it, and your buying power is only $4,000 to execute this trade. But we're not here for this. Remember, we have taken this 200, which is 31 bucks, 30 bucks below, and we are going to do the same thing on the other side to get to the Jade Lizard. So 230 minus 30 bucks is 200. We're gonna go higher to the call side to do a 260. We're gonna sell call. We're not done. We're gonna sell the call because I want the 115 to go higher. We're gonna sell naked call 260, and you see the price almost the same as the call side. On the put side, 94.95. Now our income is 212. We just doubled the income from 115 to 212. Okay, we're not done. We jumped from 115 to 212. The buying power is just moved from 4,000 to 4,600. Another 600 bucks in buying power. The stock can't be in two places at once. It's either up or down or in the middle. Okay, so that's why the buying power, I assume if you do it on Robinhood, I don't know. I've never done it on Robinhood. There's no point for that. Okay, so now what do we have? Now we have a short strangle. We have a short strangle. That's a different video where you sell naked put and you sell naked calls. I don't like the short strangle. Some people do. I like to make a Jade Lizard or a half version of Jade Lizard, which is what we're doing in this video. So now, look at this. Our income is 211 bucks. Okay, that's the max profit. But if Apple moves to like 300, we're gonna make a big loss. 260 minus 300. The other way, it's like $4,000 loss. But yeah, we collect 200. So no, I don't want to risk Apple going to 300. So I'm gonna do a semi version of a Jade Lizard. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna click on the 265, the one next to that, and I'm gonna buy a call. I'm gonna buy a call, and now my credit went from like 212 to 152. Okay, buying power is about the same. Instead of 46, it's now 44. Max loss I just ignored. That's if Apple goes to zero. Yeah, you lose 20,000. Okay, I'm gonna collect $153 on this, but now my upside is fine. Fine meaning that my max loss is this minus this. 265 minus 260 is $5 times 100. Let me show you the math. 265 minus 260, $5 times 100. 500 minus the income that I collected. This is your max loss. Okay, this is the risk defined trade. No, like half defined. If Apple goes to $300, you lose $350. Okay, you lose $350 if Apple goes to 300. Anywhere above 265 by expiration, you lose $350. However, if Apple goes to 300 and you don't have this call, you will lose $4,000. Okay. Now, if Apple goes down below 200, yeah, I'll buy the 100 shares of Apple and I'll just wheel it out. Now, remember, the expected move is 215 to 245. We are doing 260, which is 8 times the expected move. We also are making our upside a little less risky. So if Apple shoots, I don't know, something happened, they double to $500, that's like $25,000 loss. I'm gonna lose $350 and I'm okay with that. But anywhere in between, if Apple just trade anywhere between 200 to 260, this money is yours, $150. Your max loss is only and only if Apple is above 265, which is $350. Your buying power is $4,400 compared to $20,000 that probably Robinhood will want. Theta Decay, every day we got a $5, 505, let's say $5 every day. This option will lose $5, meaning this price will go down $5 every day. Slow and steady wins the race. This is how you sell options for income without too much gambling. And if Apple doesn't move much, there's earnings, let's say they move 10%, 255, 10% is a lot for Apple. Let's say they move, I don't know, 5%, 240, 245, and the implied volatility will go down. Yeah, that's what I do. So as I said, you had one option, just sell the 200 put, a naked put, 4,000 buying power instead of 20,000, collect $112 or something. Happy camper. If you want more income, you can sell instead of the 115, you can sell and collect 150, but that means that now you're risking on the upside. So you got a couple of options. So the Jade Lizard means that you don't have any upside risk, but you do have upside risk because the strike between this and this is $5. If this was 260 and this was 265, the difference was $1 and you will collect 150, then it will be a pure Jade Lizard. Now it's a $5 spread, okay, $5 between this and this, so you can't have a pure Jade Lizard. So I call this like the semi-half lizard. Basically, this is what I got. Feel free to subscribe to grow this channel and let's build this channel up. And also TastyTrade, if you don't have an account, link below. Much more, if you're gonna trade on Apple, if you want to buy 100 shares of Apple, instead of just buying them now at 231, you can just sell the naked puts at 200. If it goes there, great, and if it doesn't, you collect $100, but the buying power is like $4,000. This is why I like TastyTrade plus other things. $4,000 instead of $20,000 to make a cash secured put on Robinhood. Hope this was valuable and I'll see you next time. Yeah.